Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss a few questions from CSIR NET Chemical Sciences Part B, December 2019. So the first question. In the first question, we have been given a starting material and that is a reactant, and the reagent is sodium thiophenolate in presence of the solvent DMF, and we have been asked to identify the major product form in the following reaction. So how do we proceed to solve this question? First of all, we need to realize that this is a question related to nucleophilic substitution reaction at the benzylic position. So the benzylic position is identified as this position. So this position is known as the benzylic position. So in the given reaction, the reagent is sodium thiophenolate. So the thiophenolate ion is the nucleophile. So what is the job of a nucleophile? The job of a nucleophile is to transfer its electron pairs to a carbon. So here the nucleophile will attack the carbon at the benzylic position. So the nucleophile phenyl thiolate attacks the benzylic carbon in the acento fashion. So what is acento fashion? That is substitution nucleophilic bimolecular. That is, the nucleophile attacks the benzylic carbon and at the same time there is expulsion of this leaving group tosylate. All of you know that tosylate, mesylate, these are very good leaving groups. So the nucleophile attacks the benzylic carbon from below the plane. So why does the nucleophile attack the benzylic carbon from below the plane? Because you can observe over here the tosylate group is above the plane. So there is no way that the nucleophile can attack the benzylic carbon from above the plane. So the best position is to attack the benzylic carbon from below the plane. So the stereochemistry of the product is not retained. That is, when the nucleophile thiophenolate attacks the benzylic carbon from below the plane, the product obtained is the stereochemistry of the product obtained is reversed. That is, it is changed, as you can observe here. So if we look at the options, we can see that the correct option is number 2. The next question. So this is a question related to spectroscopy, that is infrared spectroscopy. So in the question it is given that in the IR spectrum recorded NEAT, a compound shows a strong and broad band at 3300 cm inverse. Now the band becomes sharp and shifts to 3600 cm inverse when the spectrum is recorded in carbon tetrachloride at high dilution. So this proves that the compound we have been given 4 statements. The first statement is OH group, which is involved in intramolecular hydrogen bonding. The next statement is that the compound has OH group, which is involved in intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Third is a terminal alkyl group, and the fourth is OH group present in severely sterically hindered environment. So in order to solve this question, we have to understand the effect of hydrogen bonding on OH stretching frequency. So when alcohols and phenols are determined as pure liquid films, a broad OH stretching vibration is obtained for intermolecular hydrogen bonding in the range from 3400 to 3300 cm inverse. So when we record the IR spectrum for phenols and alcohols, so generally a broad spectrum is observed at around 3400 to 3300 cm inverse. So this broad spectrum generally represents the hydrogen bonded OH absorption. So the next, as the alcohol is diluted with carbon tetrachloride, a sharp free, that is non-hydrogen bonded OH stretching band appears at 3600 cm inverse to the left of the broad band. So as you can see, so as this particular liquid containing the solution is diluted with carbon tetrachloride, we can observe that a small band appears at around 3600 cm inverse, which is for free OH stretching frequency. And the next is, when the solution is further diluted, the broad intermolecular hydrogen bonded band is reduced considerably, leaving as a major band the free OH stretching absorption. So when we further dilute the solution, that is, if we keep on diluting the solution, we can observe that the characteristic broad peak for hydrogen bonded OH stretching absorption, which appears around 3400 to 3300 cm inverse, completely diminishes in the very dilute solution, and we are left with a OH stretching absorption peak at around 3600 cm inverse, which is characteristic of OH stretching absorption frequency. So if we go to the question and see that a compound, it is given that the compound shows a strong and broad band at 3300 centimeters inverse. So this is the broad band for say the hydrogen bonded OH stretching frequency. So when it is diluted, the hydrogen bonded OH stretching absorption frequency disappears, and the free OH stretching absorption appears at 3600 centimeter inverse. So the correct option will be OH group, which is involving intermolecular hydrogen bonding, because if there is intermolecular hydrogen bonding, we will observe the peak at around 3300 centimeter inverse, and if we continue to dilute the solution, the hydrogen bonded peak will disappear, resulting in the appearance of only the free OH stretching absorption, which is around 3600 centimeter inverse. So the correct option will be option 2. So I hope all of you have enjoyed this session. Thank you, and if you liked, please if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.